Well, it's my second anniversary, and I promised you a Q&A, and holy shit did I get a lot of questions. Alright, so basic rules. I'll read every question from the comments, and then I'll read the ones that I got in a private message. And to make things a little more interesting, I'm going to play some random music to play while I'm talking. So, yeah. Cue the music! Alright, the first question comes from Sydney the Hedgehog 1. What happened to your 3D artwork? Well, it's a long story. I was accused of having art theft, and I decided to put them in storage. I did not delete them. You will see something like this on my DeviantArt if you put it under your favorites. So yeah, pretty much simple. All right. Next one from Xbox Live GB11. What are your opinions on Sonic Generations? Very interesting. I like the idea that modern Sonic and classic Sonic are in the same game, but I'll wait until it comes out to judge it completely. Alright, next set of questions comes from Transformers fan code 328. Number 1. You noticed that Joshua commented on your Inspector Gadget review. Yes, and it was pointless. Question 2. What got you into reviewing? I saw a lot of reviews on the internet that really interested me and inspired me to make my own reviews. Several people include Game Trailers, AVGN, Nostalgia Critic, GexUp, Shetzel-Sun11. Hell, even Zookstar got me into reviewing as well. So I thank those guys for inspiring me to make games and movie reviews. Question 3. What do you think of the Sonic franchise in general? I'm pretty mixed on it. I played several great games. Some were pretty decent, and one was just plain awful. I would go into further detail, but I'd be wasting too much time. Question 4. Who do you consider to be your favorite user on this site? Oh boy, that's a tough question. But if I got to choose, I probably gotta go with, well, one of my particular favorites that I like is Scottish Duck 17. He makes some really good Let's Plays of several video games, and he's very funny as well, especially when he gets angry. I rolled over laughing at his Jak 2 playthrough. Hell, he was even funny in his Sly Cooper walkthrough. Anyways, that's pretty much it from Transformers fan. Now for Seaster91. Question 1. What is your favorite video game console by far? PlayStation 2. Question 2. Any new movies you're planning on seeing later? Can't really say for sure. Probably the Green Lantern might look interesting, but I'm not too sure, to be precise. Question 3. Which do you prefer? Elevators or escalators? I like both. 4. What is your favorite retro video game? Crash Bandicoot Warped, hands down. Question 5. If you could stay at a hotel with some of your friends on YouTube, who would you stay with? Several people include XJess the Fox X, Realm Wars, Zookstar, Adams Wee, Spike Headline 8, Clayman01, and several others. Okay. Next set of questions come from Shanna Forever. Question 1. Do you like any other colors besides green? Yes, I kind of like black, blue, and red. Question 2. What got you into liking Spider-Man? Oh, hands down, the PlayStation game and the sequel Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Question 3. What are your thoughts on Alice Madness Returns, which is the sequel to American McGee's Alice? I gotta say, it looks very interesting, and when I do get it, I'm interested in trying it out. Question 4. What are your opinions on the latest Sonic games? The only one that I played was Sonic Unleashed for the PlayStation 2, and that was pretty decent. The only problem was it suffered from too many Werehog stages. Question 5. Do you like Mike Kips? Yeah, I kinda do like Mike Kips. Okay. XJess the Fox X asks, at least maybe a day or two. Depends on how things are in real life. Question 2. Do you have any tips for people like me who want to work on videos but procrastinate too much? How about that? Get a piece of paper and a pencil, jot down a schedule, make an organizer, and try to write down a schedule. And see, and put in, like, how long do you want to work on your video? And after that might work. See if that works. Simple terms, just jot down a schedule and see how it ends up. Question 3. If you were a cookie, what type of cookie would you be? Chocolate chip. Question 4. Do you want to answer to the last question, cookie, right now? Sure. Question 5. Are you addicted to any type of food or drink? I would probably say Pepsi, Wild Cherry Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper, okay? Sylvester3099 asks, who is your favorite Mortal Kombat character, if you played Mortal Kombat? Never played Mortal Kombat, and the only one that I can remember the most is Scorpion. Question 2. How would you react if you end up working for Sega? I'd be a bit surprised. Question 3. What game do you mostly hate? Sonic Heroes. I don't really need to go into full detail because I've already stated it before. Question 4. Do you think the new voice actor for Shadow the Hedgehog is kind of terrible because of the stretching of words? Well, I wouldn't say he was terrible. I'd say he's not up to par with Jason Griffith. But that's just my opinion. But I'm willing to give this guy a try. Question 5. Is there anyone you hate on YouTube? Game Dude and Spax3. Game Dude, I just hate how he acts so butthurt over situations like people accusing him of being a ripoff of AVGN, and Spax3 for mostly because of causing the Sonic fanbase to bitch over voice actors. Yoshi the Draw Master asks, what is your favorite Sonic game? Shadow the Hedgehog.
No contest. No contest.
And do you like RPGs? Not a big fan. iJeffrey333 asks, do you like Harry Potter? In certain ways I do. I enjoy the movies. Not really into reading the books, though. King Raikou asks, what are your favorite game reviewers on YouTube or any other site? Gexup, Shatzel11, Zookstar, and Game Trailers. Oh, and not to mention AVGN. 2. Do you enjoy root beer? If so, do you prefer A&W, Bargs, or Mug? No, I don't like root beer. 3. Do you have a favorite voice artist? If you mean by singer, I'm probably gonna have to go with George Thorogood. Question 4. What sequels to movie would you like to see burned in the 7th layer hell? Batman and Robin, Jaws 3, Jaws the Revenge, and any of the Twilight sequels. Question 5. What Sonic character do you like most other than Shadow? It would probably be a tie between Sonic and Maria Robotnik. Tails and Silver are cool too. Evan the Hedgefox asks, what is your favorite flavor of pie? I guess cherry. 2. Who inspired you to do sprites? Mostly Kudu17, but BFG Prime also made a big factor on inspiring me to sprites. Question 3. Who do you think has the best sprites? Ooh, that's a tough question. A lot of people seem to have good sprites. I mean, Agent 1 from Realm Wars, Mark the Striped Tail from Zookstar, Adam's Wii sprites. Probably Double S Animations' sprites is really impressive, and I liked how he... Alright. SpiderSonic91 asks, have you ever heard of Eli Bod 1? No, I have not. What are your thoughts on the Dead Rising series? Never heard of it. 3. What is your favorite food? Pizza, hands down. 4. Have you ever played any of the SmackDown vs. Raw games? No. Who is your favorite and least favorite WWE wrestler? Don't know much about WWE. Sorry. Alright, Moon Evie asks, what are your 5 favorite movies? The Spider-Man trilogy, Alice in Wonderland, Ghost Rider, Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, and Jaws. 2. What is your favorite drink? It's a 4-way tie. Pepsi, Wild Cherry Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, and iced tea. What are your plans for future videos? Well, I'll be getting into work with my Jak 2 review, then my first episode of Cinematic Showdown, and I'm still going to plan on continuing on with my Chief Shadow series. Alright, Shatzel11 asks, what was your first ever game console, and what was your favorite game for that console? Sony PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot Warped. Question 2. If you had the choice of one, which of these would you most want to push off a cliff? Joshua8428, Game Dude, Debster247, or Fred? Game Dude. Is there currently any video game series you haven't played yet but really want to? Ratchet and Clank and God of War. Who are your 5 favorite bands and singers? AC/DC, Disturbed, Nickelback, Linkin Park, and 3 Days Grace. 5. What would be your opinion on a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Interesting. I just hope it doesn't end up like something like Alone in the Dark. I hear that movie sucked. Alright. Hedgehog Phantom 19 asked, what inspired you to make games and movie reviews? I already answered that one. But to be simple, I'll just say this. Most of the inspiration came from game trailers, Nostalgia Critic, and AVGN. Question 2. Out of all the videos you made, what are your 3 favorite videos? That's a tough one. Definitely my Alice in Wonderland 1951 animated movie review, my Shadow the Hedgehog review, and my 400 subscriber special. Question 3. What's your favorite drink? Already answered that one. 4. If you had a PlayStation 3, what games would you get? Off the top of my head, I would say Spider-Man 3, Sonic Next Gen, Sonic Unleashed, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, PlayStation Move Heroes, and the Uncharted games. That's the only ones I can think of at the top of my head. Question 5. What TV shows do you like to watch? Mostly crime television shows and several sitcoms. Alright, Dark Spine Scott asks, are there any movies you have seen that were so bad it hurts to even watch it? Twilight. Alright. GST Superworld 87 asks, who is better, Irate Gamer or NC-17? Irate Gamer. At least he learns to take criticism. 2. What was the worst game you've ever played? Sonic Heroes and SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge are at a tie. 3. Which would you rather play? Spyro Enter the Dragonfly or Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex? Wrath of Cortex. No contest. And finally, what do you think of Realm Wars' Klonoa Dream Bullets Flash series so far? Really good. The animation is pretty well paced. The only criticism I had with it was the music drowning out the audio in episode 1, but thankfully Realm Wars fixed that problem. Alright, Paul K. Dragon Master 2 asks, what ideas on your videos will you use my giant F-bombs for? Reviews, and maybe my 500 subscriber special, but that's going to be a surprise. Zookstar1000 asks, have you played any sandbox games besides the Jack sequels? I only played a little bit of a Grand Theft Auto game. Other than that, I don't remember. Question 2. Which do you think is better, PS1 or PS2? That's a tough question. I like the PlayStation because it had several good games that I played and really brought me childhood memories. But I have to say the PlayStation 2 is a little bit better because not only could it play PlayStation 2 games, but it was also backwards compatible. Not to mention, there were several games on the PlayStation 2 that I really enjoyed. And 3. Was there ever a movie, cartoon-based video game you loved? As a kid, I loved Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, based off of the cartoon series. But in terms of movies, I really enjoyed the Spider-Man games as well. And Ghost Rider. And Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. That's pretty much all I can think of right now.